Good evening and welcome back to Imperfect Politics. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful Friday. And um, do I have a good one for you today? Seems like another one of Justin Trudeau's MPs is deciding not to put his bid up for re-election. His name is Seamus O'Regan, Trudeau's Labor Minister. So let's take a look.
Thanks so much, Minister. Thank you so much for taking the time joining us today. We'll get right into it. First of all, why the decision to leave politics now? Why was this the right time for you?
So I'll stay on as a member of parliament for St. John South Mount Pearl. So not completely giving up politics, but yeah, what I decided was that I would not be running for re-election, which meant that I'd be resigning from cabinet, and chiefly it was just because I've been in now, I think 9 years, 10 years really. I've been campaigning, 7 years as a cabinet minister, and I knew what I was getting into. I've been around either as a reporter of politics and a student of politics and as a staffer, but it is a lot of time, and it is 100% commitment. And for my husband and I, we just frankly were not seeing each other nearly enough, and not nearly as much as we like to. So that was a decision that he and I made way back, actually much earlier this year. And then it never seems to be the right time. There's always something happening. There's a lot of news. There's a lot going on these days. But eventually, at some point, we had to make this decision, and we felt that this was the right time. It's with a heavy heart. I got to tell you, I love this job. I love this job. Every portfolio that the Prime Minister has given me, I've thrown my heart and soul into it, and I've done my level best at it. But at some point, it is family first.
Well, if there was ever a reason to leave politics and not be up for re-election, that is definitely one of the better points, and it is quite true. I've heard a lot of stories going around of it's hard for a father or a mother to be away on the other side of the country doing who knows what, uh, or working in Ottawa while your whole family's in, say, Alberta. Right? It's pretty tough, but there's that side to it. Now, my cynical side's going to kick in. Is this also because most likely he's the Liberal minister for Newfoundland and Labrador, where the Liberal Party is going to be increasing the carbon tax on oil heating in 2 more years, I believe it was. Because they put a halt on home heating oil for I think it was 3 years. So yeah, in 2 more years, taxes on home heating oil is going to go through the roof. So if the Liberal Party was doing better, and if taxes weren't going to increase wholeheartedly on every single person in Newfoundland and Labrador, would he still be dropping out? I'm not so sure.
You expressed confidence in your statement in Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his ability to lead the Liberal Party into the next election. Why do you believe the polls don't show that same confidence?
Oh, I mean, I think the polls are the polls, and the polls are where they are right now. I think that we've learned, watching events all over the world and south of the border, for instance, even in the course of a week, what can happen. These are hectic times, as I said earlier. These are times when having a firm and steady hand at the wheel is really important. I think that Canadians saw that in Justin Trudeau, not just during COVID, but also during the Trump administration, when we were under an incredible amount of pressure in terms of trade and the economy. He is seasoned. He is nimble. He is smart. He knows who to listen to, and he takes action when he needs to take action. At some point, Canadians are going to make a choice. That election could be, up to a year away. And the only thing I would say is, you don't make that choice very, very, very carefully. We need good people in politics, though. Regardless of which side you're on, we need good people in politics. I felt that we had a good run at it for me and for my husband. We had a good run for 9 years. But we need good people in politics. We need to continue to attract good people in politics. There is a lot going on in the world.
Now I do like that. That's pretty cool of him. Sure. He sung his praises for Justin Trudeau, but apparently he is a longtime friend. So, I mean, he is right in we need good people in politics. We need people that will make Canada great again, great like it was back in the Harper days, where our economy was on an almost beating America's. So, and yeah, we need people with ethics back in politics. We need just plain good people, like he said. And Justin Trudeau, from all the ethics scandals, from the way he pretty much, if anything goes wrong, he looks at the MP closest to him, and then he's like, "It's your fault. It's her fault. Okay, fire her." Well, and I'm not just talking about Freeland. I'm talking about the other three ministers that he fired. So, and we also need politicians who know how to budget. And I think we've kind of hit the point where we have to have not just the finance minister, making sure that she knows how to budget, but like we need the whole cabinet to know how to budget. It sounds like a really silly, simple, stupid thing to request out of a politician, but after what we've seen from this prime minister and his cabinet, apparently it's not so common in politics. So,
Liberal Party is in a difficult position right now. Looking back, where do you believe your party went wrong?
I don't know if I would necessarily characterize it that way. I mean, I think that the fact of the matter is we have been in for a long period of time. That is, frankly, I think a good period, a good thing, in the sense that we have worked hard. I think we have met the moment every time that we can. I think that the country has become progressively better. The economy is leading the G7. We're doing all the right things. But at some point in any political cycle, people just kind of want to see what else is out there.
No, he said that the Liberal Party, it's good that they stayed in power so long, that the Liberal Party is stronger, makes Canada better. Does it actually feel like on the ground the people are telling you our lives are so much better now that you've been in power for 9 years? Is that what people have been telling you? We're so glad you're still in power. I don't think so. That's not what I heard when you requested that Justin Trudeau halt the carbon tax on home heating oil. But that's just me. So here I got an article about it from the CBC News. They say, Seamus O'Regan, stepping down from cabinet, won't be running for re-election. So let's read through what these guys say. The mainstream media is probably going to flamboyant it up. They say Federal Labor and Seniors Minister Seamus O'Regan announced Thursday he's resigning from cabinet and won't seek re-election. Says that family ultimately comes first. And he's kind of reiterating what he was saying before. I need to be a better husband, son, uncle, friend, and this job means and deserves a lot of time in order for it to do well. He was elected of Parliament in 2015 as MP of St. John's, South Mount Pearl. O'Regan has been in cabinet since 2017, and he also held the Natural Resources, Indigenous Services, and Veterans Affairs portfolio. He took over Labour Minister in 2021. Sources tell CBC News and Radio Canada that Reagan will be replaced by Gatineau MP Steve McCannon. Oh, that little buddy, eh? Who has been serving in government House Leader while Karina Gould is on parental leave. He says, I'll miss working with this Prime Minister as I have. I believe he'll be regarded as one of the most consequential and important leaders in our country's history. His strength, endurance, and vision are unmatched, and they will see us through the next election. Honestly, man, I that's not true. Wow. I do not see that in Justin Trudeau one bit. Strength and endurance, okay. How about unethical and deceitful, prideful, vain? Down here, before entering politics, Reagan O'Ryan, was a host for CTV morning show Canada AM. Oh, I remember that. And a national correspondent for the network. He was a longtime friend of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and part of his wedding party. Oh, so yeah, they've been close buds, apparently. So yeah, now you know why he's singing his praises. Anyways, Orion says, but, sorry. Yeah, he says, my friend, oh no, Trudeau, sorry. Ugh. Friday brain here. Trudeau said, my friend Seamus has been a pragmatic voice and relentless advocate around the cabinet table. But to do your work well, you have to sacrifice a lot and ask much of your family. I respect his decision wholeheartedly. Yeah, that... Like I said, that is a big thing, right? It's big time commitment. When questioned about the timing of this announcement, just as the Liberals are struggling to reverse a long-time slump at the polls, Orion said, where we are in the polls would mean a wit to the amount of time I spend away from my family. Aw, that's cute. PMO said in a statement to Ryan has been a steadfast advocate for labor unions and workers. The Prime Minister extends his sincere thanks to Minister O'Ryan for his exceptional leadership and dedication to making life better for Canadians, including for unions, workers, and organized labor. Yeah, but like I said earlier, would he really be stepping down if the Liberals were doing better in the polls, were actually posted to win? Defense Minister Bill Blair told reporters Thursday that Orion, something, has been a remarkable member of our government. He has served very capably in every job the Prime Minister has given him. At the end of his statement, Orion said, we have lived in hectic times. They've been hectic almost all the time we took office in 2015. Nerves are rubbed raw, but we have a choice. This is the time to unite, not divide, create, not destroy, and build rather than break this country of Canada. And it is a treasure it's worth fighting for. Yeah, you're probably right. It has been hectic since 2015. And who came into power in 2015? I think his name is Trudeau. Anywho, that's all I got for you today. What do you guys think? Do you think he's stepping down just because of family? I think it's both. I think it's being away from his family is taking a toll on him. But I also think that being so down in the polls, being like everything coming at him from his constituents probably is another thing, and just in the polls has got to been the nail in the coffin for him. Just being like, I'm done. I can do something else. So, what do you guys think? Do you think it's the polls, or do you think it's the family? And other than that, that's all I got for you, and have a great day.